So Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy want to supposedly cut $2 trillion worth of waste from the federal budget. And I figure what's more wasteful than giving billions of dollars to people who have billions of dollars?
What's a fix? What's a fix to this billionaire system?
Number one, it's insane. You would never think it. Subsidies for private retirement savings. Most of which, well, about half of all of that money goes to subsidizing the top 10% of taxpayers. Number two is something called the step up in basis rule. It means that if I have a lot of stock and I've held it for a long time and it's gone way up in value, and then I die and leave it to my kids, it resets at the current market value so nobody owes any taxes. And the thing is, most Americans don't own stock, or they don't own much, right? Most of the stock, 87% of the stock is owned by 10% of the population. So number three, there's this crazy trust. It's called a grantor retained annuity trust. All you need to know about it is it's used for massive tax avoidance by like the billionaire class. People are passing hundreds of millions of dollars to billions of dollars to their offspring without paying any estate or gift taxes. Number four is the tax deduction for charitable gifts. And that sounds like, hey, that's cool, you know, we get a little deduction. The trouble is most Americans don't, because we don't itemize our deductions. That means only like 10 to 15% of the people are able to take a charitable deduction. And those are the rich people generally. And the rich people have different charitable priorities than the rest of the public, but the rest of the public is subsidizing them because they're taking this big tax break. If you give $1,000 to a food bank, you pay $1,000. If Larry Ellison gives $1,000 to a food bank, he pays $630, and the US public pays $370. Okay, another big one is the difference in tax rates between regular wages and investment profits. There's really no rationale for it. People talk about innovation, blah, 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 you know, but it's mostly BS, right? The fact is, okay, you have one couple making 200 grand, another couple making 200 grand. This one makes all their money from work. This one makes all their money from investments. This one's tax rate is twice as high as that one's. Is that fair? No. All right, 6 is one that a lot of people in Mojo's reader demographic probably benefit from. It's the mortgage interest deduction. It's supposed to support home ownership. But the research shows it doesn't really. What supports home ownership and really helping people get into the market is like, for lower income people, they can't afford a deposit on a home, a down payment. And so really, that's where we should be putting government money. So, okay, number 7, I guess, and there's many more where that came from, but was something that was shoved in at the last minute in Donald Trump's 2017 tax bill, and that is this pass-through deduction, 20% pass-through deduction for business owners. It essentially is a giveaway to the top 1%. Like almost all of that money goes to very wealthy people. It helps some smaller businesses, whatever. But, you know, the thing is, any of these things you could like put the right guardrails on and make it, you know, help the people that really need help. And, you know, what's more wasteful than giving money to people who don't need it? That's what I say. If you want all the dirty details, go check out my reporting at motherjones.com.